All right. So this has been an exciting conversation here on RDS Talks. And the question I have for you two as industry professionals and experts is, what are some of the benefits that RDS is offering to healthcare systems? I'll start with Gus.
Well, I would say that is our expertise. You know, our area of expertise has to do with educating a customer and guiding a customer properly through information, what we call information governance. You know, cybersecurity, workflow solutions, IT and cloud solutions, workplace productivity. All of those are. I know they sound like big words, but these are. We live in a world of information, very rapidly move information, and that information is digitized. So one of the things that we definitely want to bring to, let's say, a healthcare organization. Healthcare organization deals with a lot of confidential patient information. They need to meet standards and guidelines for their own protection, such as HIPAA compliancy, okay? So the advice that we bring is to ensure that whatever products they're going to be utilizing meets the higher standards
Okay.
of security. I always say HIPAA compliancy is a better way to protect you. If you ever have a legal issue deriving from leaking of information that should have been secure, the problem could be 10 times greater for you, because at that point it becomes a legal problem.
Wow.
Okay. So,
Okay. Now, Alan, I know you were talking a little bit about when we were off the channel or off recording, you were talking a little bit about some of your partners that you guys work with, some of their security systems and features. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Absolutely. As everyone is aware today, uh, the need has grown greater and greater for protection of information, whether it's healthcare or whether it's legal. And there are so many different compliances, whether it's Sarbanes-Oxley or whether it's HIPAA. And our partners have initiated safeguards in these devices that helps to protect, okay, that information. Things like being able to scramble the data when it's on the hard drive so that the data doesn't reside on the hard drive. 10, 15 years ago, when people leased multifunctional devices, copiers, if you will, and they returned those back to the leasing companies, they never realized that the data was stored on the internal hard drive and it was accessible to anybody. So in those days, a lot of information got out, unfortunately, in the
Wow.
wrong hands. So manufacturers today have incorporated safeguards. And one of the things that we're proud of at RDS is that we try to educate, again, our clients to let them know that the manufacturers that we represent right now, okay, have initiated those safeguards.
Okay. And Gus, does RDS offer like specialized packages for, let's say, a health network with 30 different centers or a major hospital? And what has been some of your experience with the healthcare industry?
well, the healthcare industry is obviously a very important segment of the market. We actually enjoy relationships with some of the largest healthcare centers in Miami-Dade. You alluded in a previous segment, some federally funded organizations or state funded. Obviously, all of those organizations we service. One of our largest accounts is a community health center in Miami-Dade that we service in all of their aspects of the digital communication. So obviously, alluding back to what was important to them. Obviously, we had to cross all the necessary thresholds of providing the right equipment, providing the right technology, providing the right pricing. But then after all was said and done, it becomes a daily management of that relationship. What makes important, okay, a healthcare organization, look what our healthcare organizations have been exposed to in the last few months due to the resurgence of COVID-19. And healthcare organizations became very critical. They needed to be up and running efficiently. Um, and, you know, sometimes the technology is what really facilitated
Hmm.
them being able to work from home or to work remote or to distribute and view documents in the right way. So there is a lot of different solutions that we can bring to an organization. And we've experienced the benefits of that solutions when people need to access information remotely. Okay,
Okay.
we keep talking about the working from home environment, and working from home environment it's not just a matter of, you know, taking your computer at home and doing the same job. When you do that, you need to really have a plan, because if you are potentially exposing the security of that communication, okay, you could be putting out on the web information that will not that will be accessible to others. So there is a strategy that needs to come along, and we help you set up the right strategy so that whether you work from home or you work from the office, you have a good, safe environment.
Great, great. Alan, there's a healthcare executive right now that's listening to this podcast or watching this video on YouTube or on the website, and they're interested in getting some consultation. What do they need to do? What's the next step for them?
That's a very good question, Jack. And I think that in having an initial conversation with any executive, whether it's healthcare or any other type of organization, uh, the things that we need to understand is what is their vision and what are their goals, and quite frankly, where is the pain? What kind of challenges are they experiencing right now? And what kind of challenges are they expecting to be facing over the next 3 to 5 years? Uh, you know, in order to really become a true trusted advisor, it's not so much, okay, about talking about what they have, but it's talking about the direction that the organization is moving in. You
Great.
know, how many locations, how many individuals are there working within the organization? Um, what's worked and what hasn't worked up to this point in time? And that allows us to build, okay, a blueprint, if you will,
Hmm.
that we can start to put our focus on. So that's
Yeah.
how I would have my initial discussion with an executive in a healthcare group.
Now, Jack, I want to jump on what Alan said. We want to facilitate that conversation, and I think one of the things that we are, you know, we can easily have anybody interested in talking to us set up a consultation with us. It could be a phone consultation, okay? Our website provides a tool for that you can reserve a few minutes of our time, and we would have a conversation that at least will be the beginning of that consulting. Um, and one of the things, obviously, that you know, we can allude to is the fact that we are prepared to communicate via Zoom or via any one of these digital medias or via phone call, um, in case you know, people nowadays are very reticent as they should be in terms of setting up in-person meetings. We are flexible and we're providing the necessary technology even through video conferencing, that we can actually consult with them. And I, you know, at the end of the day, I like to say, after we have the conversation, we want them to know that they have a friend in the business. Okay, that we have a friend that will look for their interests, and we will make the necessary or the proper advice to them as we would to a friend.
Man, this has been great. Thank you guys. And again, I know that our healthcare system is so critical, and for them to have a trusted partner with such incredible reviews, one of the fastest growing Inc. 5000 companies, just high, A plus rating with the BBB, and just all the benefits that you guys offer. I think it's going to be a great partnership. So we'll be back some more for this conversation, and we want to thank all those who are listening or watching this program called RDS Talks.